3 days ago had a game at this venue where the batsmen had a lot of fun, the bowlers certainly didn't. Now 470 runs were scored and the batsmen were just unbelievable. The boundary percentage was 70%. Now if I want to compare that to what happened last season in the HBL PSL at this venue, it was only 57%, so it's a big difference. So the batsmen went berserk, but it shouldn't have been that way because the track certainly provided some assistance and it was on the green side. Let's just have a look at this. It should not have been like that because they should have set the tone right at the top, these bowlers. Let's have a look at the bowlers right at the top. Adam Milne bowling the very first over, and have a look at the way that he was spraying the ball all over the place. Some extras, 17 runs off that first over, which really was costly and got them away. David Willey had a tough call. David Warner was going to get after him. And that's what happened as well. 15 runs off that first over. And by then, the floodgates, I should say, for both teams were open. So runs were flying and runs were scored and boundaries were scored galore. And that's why they scored big totals. And that's why the chase down was so good. And also why we saw 2 centurions. But that was a couple of days ago. Now we're here. The track doesn't seem to be quite the same colour. JP, you've had a look. What are your thoughts?
Well, Hazy, chatting to the groundsman, he did speak about the fact that the grass is certainly the same length. So we're looking at about 2.5 mils. However, as you mentioned, slightly different tinge of color, a little bit browner. It is the second game on this particular surface. We are on the same surface, but there is still a fair amount of grass on it. However, that certainly gives you the impression that there's still going to be some good carry and good bounce. But the thing that I want to highlight is spin versus seam. We saw spinners going at under 10 runs and over, seamers north of 13. I think it's going to be the battle of the bowling attacks here tonight. I think we're going to get runs, but it's the battle of the bowling attacks to see who's going to be successful on this surface.
And setting the tone from the fast bowling point of view, and yes, spin might be involved right at the top, but can the fast bowlers set a real tone on this and get the ball in the right areas and cause some real problems for the batsmen?
I certainly think so. There is certainly something, particularly with that new ball on the surface. It's really about top of the stumps using the bouncer, the old Jacques Kallis metaphor. But I think if you can hand it on that good length, you certainly give yourself a chance.
And what do you think about the pace?
I think the pace is true. I think we're gonna get some good carry. But again, the batsmen are so smart these days using the crease. It's been outstanding.
Okay, good stuff. Looks like a nice one.